CHAMPS Winter Roundup is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. The Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, because better coaching always matters. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation, nominations being accepted now for Male and Female Athlete of the Year at dacathleteoftheyear.com.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the State Champs Michigan Winter Roundup. The entire lineup of State Champs Sports Network programming is always presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. I'm Jenna Skalski.
My name is Lauren Plant, and this is the program that exemplifies the State Champs mission. What's that, you ask? We cover all high school sports. Listen, we love doing hang time and hockey time, but high school sports fans are as diverse as the state. This week, a good amount of girls hoops, but also some wrestling, competitive cheer, and boys swimming.
Dan Young and Matt Mowry will be along to talk about the Miss Basketball hopefuls this season. We'll also bring you this week's MHSAA Clip of the Week.
And a quick plug, download the brand new State Champs app on your Apple or Android phone. It's free. Let's start the highlights. Let's hit the hardwood.
I'm Jenna Skalski, and we go to girls basketball action in the Macomb Area Conference as Grosse Pointe South is at home to take on the Eagles from Utica Eisenhower. Grosse Pointe South in white coming in with a 7-1 record on the year, and we picked things up in the first quarter. This is the junior Alexa Downey knocking down the triple to put the Blue Devils on the board. More from Grosse Pointe South in the opening quarter. In transition, Downey feeds it to Keely Conlin, and the fellow junior would kiss it off the glass for 2. Utica Eisenhower came in with a 5-3 record. Lauren Lutz drives the baseline, gets the hoop and the foul. The Eagles were down 37-18 as we went into halftime. We jumped ahead to the fourth quarter, Grosse Pointe South maintaining its double-digit lead. Downey with the kick out to Sophie Iafredi, and the senior drains the triple. Blue Devils up 52-37. But Utica Eisenhower would start to clip away at the deficit. The freshman Ava Stack takes it all the way in and finishes with a nice hook shot for the bucket. Later in the fourth, it's the junior Kennedy Coleman going on in for the hoop and the harb. Eagles now trailed by 10, but it would be too much Grosse Pointe South in this one. Going to the outside game once again as Conlin buries another triple try. As Grosse Pointe South goes on to win 64-58 the final as they go to 7-1 on the season.
I'm Ryan Slocum. We had a huge matchup on the mat in the Mid-Michigan Activities Conference with Montrose hosting New Lothrop. We'll begin with Blake Greenman facing Alex Wolford at 130 pounds, and it's Greenman with the takedown, and he holds him down for the fall, giving the hometown Rams a 6-0 lead after the opening bout. Moving to 145 pounds, Bobby Skinner led Harry Helmick 2-1 in the final seconds of the third round when Double H makes his move. The single leg takedown is good for 2 points and the win. Helmick puts the Hornets up 7-6. The nest is lit, and it would stay that way. The ensuing match at 152 pounds doesn't take long. Bryce Cheney taking on Everett Jenkins, and it's Cheney getting the first fall of the night for New Lothrop at 121 of the first round. The result was the same at 171. The Hornet, Will Taylor, turns over Braxton Powell. He, too, gets the fall at 136 of the first. And the pattern continues at 189. This time just 40 seconds in. Justin Carnahan overpowers Ryan McNeil to earn the pin and give New Lothrop a 32-6 advantage. The Rams get a little revenge at $112. Thor Robbins turns Colin Brynolfsson to earn the Rams' second fall of the night, but they couldn't overcome the swarm. New Lothrop takes down Montrose 44-18.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and we go to competitive cheerleading and the second OAA Red Division meet of the season held at Rochester Adams High School, and we begin with Troy Athens High School and their performance in round one. The Red Hawks would finish the night in 5th place. Rochester High School came in the 14-time MHSAA state champs. The Falcons flying here in round 2 action. Solid score of 230.6, Rochester would end up in 4th place. Next up, we have the Lake Orion Dragons with their performance in round 3. Lake Orion with a 3rd place finish. The host school, Rochester Adams, won the 1st Division meet in December, giving the home crowd a showing here in round 1. The Highlanders would finish in 2nd place. Rochester Hill Stony Creek came in the defending Division I state champs. Here's the Cougars in round 2. And the Cougars would go on to take 1st place at the 2nd OAA Red Division meet.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. One of the great advantages in getting your degree at Lawrence Tech are the several tools to help prepare you for a rewarding career once you graduate. The Office of Career Services offers a wide range of resources to help you navigate your job journey. Whether you need assistance with choosing a major, writing a resume, conducting a job search, alumni contacts, the Career Service Office is there to help you in every way. When considering a university, do the research. Will you get the individualized attention you deserve before you graduate? Do yourself a favor. Check out Lawrence Tech. It's easy. Go to ltu.edu today.
What's up, Puckhead? Sean and John here. Don't forget, you can check out Hockey Time. Every week, we are going to be talking about what's going on in the great state of Michigan at the high school level. So much good hockey being played, and we're going to do our best to cover it from all vantage points in the great state of Michigan. New episodes drop every Wednesday right around 3 o'clock.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. The ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You are looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be, because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class sizes at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
You need to check out State Champs Hang Time Michigan. We comb the state for some of the best matchups featuring some of the top teams and players. State Champs Hang Time Michigan is for hoops junkies, and it premieres right here on the State Champs Sports Network and the State Champs app, Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Today we'd like to give you an update on this year's Battle of the Fans. The Battle of the Fans is in its 9th year and promotes student cheering sections that reflect enthusiasm and pump up the atmosphere at games without disrespecting the opponent. For the 2nd straight year, 20 schools entered the competition, which now has been narrowed down to 9 semifinalists. There's a lot of experience in this year's semifinal group. Buchanan, Traverse City West, and Frankenmuth own 5 titles between them. Saginaw Heritage, Petersburg Summerfield, Reese, and Zeeland East have previously reached the finals, while Hart and Caro are first-time semifinalists.
Bring it home, Bucky.
Through January 25th, the semifinalists will be taking part in a series of fun social media challenges that highlight the activities of the best student sections. Challenges include working with administrators, showing the size of the section, taking a road trip, and supporting more than just the basketball team. We also let each of the 9 semifinalists take over the MHSAA Instagram account for 30 minutes. On January 27th, the MHSAA Student Advisory Council will select the 3 finalists, which will be visited in the following weeks to select a champion, which will then be announced on February 21st and honored at the boys basketball semifinals in March. You can view all the entries on the MHSAA Sports YouTube channel, as well as follow on the second half page of the MHSAA website.
I'm Ryan Slocum. 2 sets of Cardinals battling for supremacy in the North Central Thumb League, with 5-1 Dryden hosting unbeaten Kingston. The home team gets on the board first. Riley Knox from just inside the long line. She gets it to go off the window to give Dryden the lead. But it wouldn't last long thanks to Hannah James. She steps back for 3. Couple of trips later, James gets ahead of the pack and finishes the break. Then it's James spinning on the block for the hook. The junior scored 11 of Kingston's first 13 points. Dryden stays with them. No one comes out on Hannah Payer, so she pulls up for the triple, but it was Kingston on top 23-17 at halftime. And James picks up right where she left off in the 3rd. Hannah steps through for the scoop and the score. Later, nearly identical play. This time, James with the bucket and the foul. She led all scorers with 17, and the rout was on. Peyton Collix added 11. Kingston improves to 7-0, 46-25.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we go to boys swimming. It was the Battle of Birmingham on Thursday as Seaholm took on Groves. Seaholm ranked 2nd in Division II, and we begin with a 200 IM. This will be the junior Tom Girdler going on in for the victory. Groves came into this dual meet 4th in D2. And it would be a good ending in the 200-yard medley relay. And the anchors Jackson Zacco for the Falcons and Girdler battle it out. It would be Zacco that takes the victory. Next, the exciting 50 free. Middle of your screen, it would be the senior Jackson Gugney getting to the wall first for the win. We go to later in the meet, to the 500 freestyle. It would be Girdler once again for Seaholm putting it away late to get the W. Back come the Falcons in the next race. The 200 free relay, and it would be the senior Nick Johns would cruise on in for the 2-second victory. But it would be too much Seaholm on this night, as they dominated the final race of the meet in the 400 free relay. The sophomore Owen O'Neill goes in for the 3-second win, as Seaholm goes on to beat their rivals from Groves.
I'm Jenna Skalski, and back to girls basketball for a first-place battle in the Huron League as Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central went on the road to take on the Lady Rams from Flat Rock. Both teams coming into the game 3-0 in the Huron. We picked things up in the first quarter. Flat Rock working the ball around Sarah Cervantes, and the senior knocks down one of her 2 triples on the contest. Monroe SMCC came in with a 4-3 overall record. In transition, Abigail Kashen feeds it to the junior Isabel Alston, who drops the bunny. Then later in the first, it would be sophomore Kashen that would nail the 3-pointer. St. Mary Catholic Central led 10-7 after the opening quarter of play. But Flat Rock would respond in a big way in the second quarter. Off the turnover, it would be the sophomore Kayla Giroux going in for the contested lay-in. The Lady Rams would outscore Monroe SMCC 17-0 in the second. Sarah Kopp feeds it down low to the junior Matija Cerrone, who gets it to go. She finished with 14 points as Flat Rock led 24-10 as we head into halftime. and it would be all Flat Rock the rest of the way. Drew had herself a night, here working her way for the basket, as she would have a double-double, 17 points and 11 rebounds. As Flat Rock goes on to win 54-27 the final. The Lady Rams are now in sole possession of first place in the Huron League.
Hey guys, Lauren Plant here to remind you that the deadline to submit nominations for the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Male and Female Athlete of the Year is fast approaching. As the host of the live awards show every year, let me clue you in on a few quick things you need to know. Number 1, 6 male and 6 female nominees will be named once the application deadline has passed. If you do not submit a nomination form, I don't care how great of an athlete you are, you cannot be nominated. Number 2, this award is very selective. These are for young men and women who are first-team All-Staters or are projected to be this winter or for the upcoming spring season. It's only for seniors. You have to have a minimum overall GPA of 3.0 or better, and we're looking for leaders both in school and in your community. Number 3, each nominee gets $1,000 in scholarship money. The winners get $5,000 each. This is to help in your college education, and you get to come to a red carpet awesome awards show in May, hosted by me. To download the application, go to dacathleteoftheyear.com. The deadline to apply is February 3rd. To be nominated Male or Female Athlete of the Year is an incredible honor and one you'll never forget.
We're getting reports that you have over 40,000 flavor combinations.
That's right.
May I examine one, ma'am? Is this real cheese?
100% real mozzarella, officer.
Explain this dough.
Made fresh daily.
I'm gonna have to confiscate this as evidence.
Aren't you a mall cop?
All units, someone's in the fountain.
10-4, Tiger on the prowl.
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now, for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread.
Hungry?
Howie!
On the carry, number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Time for another edition of Fast Break, presented by BCAM, the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. We are joined once again by BCAM's Executive Director, Dan Young, as well as the Digital Managing Editor of StateChampsNetwork.com, Matt Mowry. Good day to you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right, of course. We are talking girls basketball today, and if you are wondering who chooses Mr. and Miss Basketball every year, it's BCAM. And just quickly, if you are a coach and not a BCAM member, the application deadline is fast approaching.
February 15th.
All right, so go to bcam.org and sign up. We're going to talk the Miss Basketball race this week. Now, we have talked Detroit Edison's Gabby Elliott already this season, including Heartland's Whitney Solom and Aaliyah Nye from East Lansing. Matt, who are some other Miss Basketball finalist hopefuls?
Well, there's the other Aaliyah McQueen from Flint Carmen Ainsworth, who's going with Aaliyah Nye to Illinois next year. Cheyenne McEvans from Southfield A&T's got to be in the conversation. The group that intrigues me, though, is the threesome from the kind of the I-96 corridor, who are all going to Bowling Green, with Williamston's Kenzie Lewis, Jasmine Clerkley from Okemos, and Sophie Zekin from Brighton. Yeah, it's a group of 6-footers who are all going to the same spot. Lewis is a point guard who doesn't have quite the scoring numbers that the other two, but she can score in bunches when they need her to. But she's brilliant at getting her teammates involved and running the show. Clerkley is an undersized forward who has a bevy of post moves and was originally committed to Michigan State before she kind of backed away and found a better spot for herself. And Zekin is a 6'2" center from Brighton who can get up and down the floor and can do basically everything you need a 6-footer to do. Those three kind of intrigue me a little bit.
Absolutely. Interesting. Bowling Green. So that's awesome. Dan, tell us about the Miss Basketball process, the voting process, how it all comes together.
Right. So Doreen Ingalls from St. Ignace is a longtime board member, Miss Basketball chairperson. Her list will probably start anywhere between 20 to 25 leading into any school year. And then it'll get narrowed down probably this time of year to under 10. And then the finalist is anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5, depending on the year. And so that process is ongoing, and it's exciting every year.
Yeah, Matt, couple quick other shout-outs.
One from Goodrich, Maddie Volker, who's going to Northwood. Maddie Volker has actually increased her scoring about 3 points a game from 24 to 27 this year. She's gone over 33 times. Wow. But you want to talk about going over the 30-point plateau. Kelsey Richards from Fruitport Calvary Christian. The first 5 games of the season, she went over 30 points each time. They've played 9 games. In 6 of them, she scored 30 plus. Yeah, she's absolutely crushing it.
Absolutely. Impressive. Coaches, you vote for Miss Basketball, but you can't vote if you're not a member. Go to bcam.org right now and register for membership. Be a part of the largest basketball coaches association in the country. Membership definitely has its privileges.
Time now for the MHSAA Clip of the Week. We go back to competitive cheerleading, and congratulations to Rochester Hills Stony Creek on their performance at the OAA Red Division meet. The Cougars went on to take first place, and that's your MHSAA Clip of the Week.
That's all the time we have for this week. We want to hear from you on upcoming games we need to feature here on the Roundup. Besides what you saw this week, we also cover girls gymnastics and boys and girls bowling. Reach out to us on social media and give us as much advance notice as you can so we can plan.
That's right. Be sure to download the brand new State Champs app for both Apple or Android. It's totally free. We'll be back next week with another edition of the State Champs Michigan Winter Roundup. State Champs Winter Roundup is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. The Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, because better coaching always matters. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation. Nominations being accepted now for Male and Female Athlete of the Year at dacathleteoftheyear.com.